guys, so I've come on today with a tutorial for you. Now this is a waterfall mini flip book. This was not my idea. The original I saw, I will link in the description box below. It was in another language, but it had English subtitles. So I thought I'd do the video and share it with you. So this is what you're going to be making. You have two little pockets there, and then you have the waterfall for photos or journaling or scrapbooking. So that's my one. I've made this as a thank you for someone, and I loved it. This was the paper I used for this was the, where's it to? The Wanderlust one by First Editions, and I actually used the original papers. I didn't photocopy these for a change because I didn't mind using the originals for this. So there's that. Now what you're going to need is you're going to need one piece of 8 3/4 by 6 1/4, and this is going to be the base. Okay, so this is the base of your card. It's entirely up to you what colour cardstock you use, but I've chosen white today. So then you score it at 1 inch and 1 3/8, and then you rotate it and again score it 1 inch and 1 3/8. Okay, and then you're just going to fold it, the score lines, and that's what you'll be left with. And you've got your 3/8 of spine. I couldn't think of the word, sorry. So that's what you're left with, but that's the base of the card. Then you're going to need 2 4 1/8 by 2.5 inches pieces of cardstock, and these will be your pockets. And then you're going to score either side at 1/2 inch and then the bottom at 1/2 inch. Okay, so you score it 3 times at 1/2 inch and leaving one of the long sides non-scored. Okay, so this is 4 1/8 by 2.5. So I'll put that by there so you can see. Then you need 4 pieces. Yeah, I got my 4 pieces here. You need 4 pieces of 5 3/4 by 4 1/2. And then along the 4 1/2 side, you're just going to score at 1/2 inch. Like I said, you need 4 of these, and it don't matter what colour you pick, because these are going to be your waterfall. These are what your photos and your paper's going to be mounted on. And then you need 2 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, and these are going to be left how they are. So you don't want to score these, you don't want to do nothing to these at the moment, so you leave them as they are. Okay, then when it comes to your pieces of paper to decorate it, I'll go along with you then and share with you. So we're going to take these 2 pieces, so the 2 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, and we're going to glue them to this bit. Okay, so I'm going to use wet glue for this. I do tend to use double-sided sticky tape a lot, but sometimes I need to pull things up, and obviously that's not great when you've got double-sided sticky tape. And now my glue, I haven't, let me just get a pin. It's dried up a bit. There we go. So you just want to glue the inside of the bit. I might use a bit too much glue sometimes, but that's okay. And then you want to put it close to the score line, but not on the score line. So as close as you can, but not on the score line. And then you do exactly the same with this piece then. And again, right next to the score line, as straight as you can, but not on the score line, because obviously you need these to bend. There we go. I think I may have cut my paper a bit too big, so I'm just going to snip that off a minute. my my trim and scoreboard, the blades have gone on it, so all my paper has been cut in all like jaggedy, which is annoying. So you're going to take the 4 1/8 by 2.5 that you've scored already, and you're going to want to, now this says cut across, but what I've done, I just cut, because you're making pockets with this, but I just cut the little corners out myself. So cut the little square corners out at the bottom. Personally, that's what I'm doing. I have changed this slightly. And then you want to fold the 2 sides in first, then the bottom bit. Okay. And then you just glue some little bits by here and on this bit as well. So you've made your little pocket. Just hold that down a minute for a couple of seconds so it takes. There we go. And then again, do the same with this piece. Again, fold the 2 side bits in first and then the bottom piece, and then glue it down. So you just glue in a little bit by there just to put the bottom bit down. Then hold it in place for a little bit. And there's your 2 little pockets. So let's just get rid of some of this rubbish. I'm a messy crafter, I have to admit. Then, now on this, what I done on the first one, which is the same, she cut out paper so that the pocket, it didn't all cover. As you can see, you've got white bits, but I've changed it because I want the whole piece matted first. So I'm going to mat this piece first. So I've got my 2 pieces of card here, and these are 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I'm gonna glue it down again. Like I said, I would use double-sided sticky tape, but I make too many mistakes and need to move it about. So I'm going to glue this down first. Again, don't cover the score line. This is the Alice in Wonderland paper I'm using that I bought, and it's not the originals, I actually photocopied it. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. So again, I'm just covering this piece in glue, making sure I get the edges. Yep. And then matting it down again, avoiding the score line, but very close to it. And then I'm gonna put my pockets by here. So I'm just gonna glue along the bottom and then up the sides where it is folded. And you're just gonna place your pocket there and hold it down. That's the one downside about wet glue, is you've got to hold things down for a second. we go. And then again, do the same with this. Glue up the sides along the bottom and at the other side again. And then just hold down for a few seconds. There we go. Now I have got paper cut out ready for this to cover this. So I've cut out some of these. So these are 3 inches by 1 7/8. Okay, so just gonna glue these on top of my pockets. I used different paper as well because obviously, oops, I just wanted the difference. And you will have a bit of a white border, but I don't mind that because obviously there's white in the paper behind. It's so windy here today, so apologies if you can hear it. And then stick this one down again. And there's your 2 pockets done. So you're going to want to cover this base now. And I've got some of this paper. Excuse the back, I recycle everything. My printer decided to print out onto my CAD to tell me like it's done an update, and I wasn't impressed. So these are 5 7/8 by 6 inches. There we go. And again, this does leave a bit of a border at the top and at the bottom, but I'm not bothered by that. That's that, and then I'm going to flip it around and stick the back one on. And for the back I have this one. So, and again this is the same, this is 5 7/8 by 6 inches, and I'm just adding glue. There we go. So there's the back done as well, and then the front. Okay. Then you're going to want to, where did I put, oh, there they are. You're going to want to put your waterfall cards in. Now it's entirely up to you if you want to add the papers on top first. That's what I do. I add the papers on the top first and then mat them down, because obviously it's easier to add the papers then. So these are all 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, and I'm only doing the front. I'm not going to bother decorating the back. I might do it at a later stage, but I'm not going to do it on this video now because it'll take too long. And like I said, the reason why I've prepped everything is because my paper cutter, the blade's gone on it, so I've had to cut it and then go along with it with scissors because it's making such a jagged edge. Some of the edges are still a bit jagged when I haven't cut them properly, but so there's the first one done. And I've used all the same paper for this. Again, again, I'm just gluing each one on. I hope this tutorial is making sense for you, and I hope you try it. I'd really love to see if you do. I just think, like the lady said who done the original, you could use these as birthday cards, which I think is a nice way, especially if it's like a nice big birthday. I wish I'd seen this tutorial for my mum's birthday, because I would have made my mum one for her birthday. But what I'll do, I'll make one for Father's Day for my husband now, because obviously Mother's Day has passed in the UK. But this will be nice for my husband for Father's Day. There we go. So I've covered them all, and I'm going to just start gluing them. So all you just need to do is put some glue along the scored bit that's folded over. Just move these out of the way. And then I'm going to place it on the very top. So you lose a bit of that white that you've had left showing. Just press it down for a bit if you're using wet glue, just so it stays in place. Then you take your next piece and again glue along the folded bit here. Hope I'm in shot for all of this. And then what you're going to want to do with this is place it down sort of next to it a minute, and then just double check that is going to be straight. There we go. And then push it down. So you may have a gap, but it's only because I want it straight when it's closed like that. Then lift this one up and put the next one down. There we go. Like I said, there is a gap, but that's because I want it to make sure it's aligned. Before I push it down completely. There we go. And that's your waterfall fold. If you want to decorate them pages, you can. I probably will after filming, but at the moment I'm just going to leave them like that because I've rabbited on enough. So that's your closure there. I've got 2 pieces of paper now for this. Yeah, and these, oh gosh, these are, I forgot to write them on the back. These are 3 inches by 6 inches. No, 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So let me write it on the back so I don't forget again. So these are 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, so exactly the same as that piece, I should have realised. And I've just got the Alice one here. So I'm going to add a generous amount of glue, make sure I get the edges again. This glue don't want to come out. Come on. It's just... There we go. No, it's not going to work. There we go. This glue is temperamental. And then you just place it on the front here. Do exactly the same for this bit. As long as my glue wants to work this time, yes it does. There we go. And again, place it down nicely. Now for the closure, she did use magnets, but I only have the magnet tape and it is absolutely rubbish. It don't really stick. So I'm using Velcro dots. And how I'm going to use it is I've cut one of these journaling cards out from the paper. So I don't know, I'm going to use this one. So I am going to use double-sided sticky tape for this. So I want it about halfway where the teacup is. So I'm just going to add some double-sided sticky tape real quick. There's nothing quick about double-sided sticky tape, mind, is there? Well, I'm just going to glue it. Save taking up time because I don't edit. So there we go. I'm going to place that down like that. And then I'm going to get my Velcro dots. Get the other bit that goes on it. Place it on top of that one. There we go. And there you have it. Your Alice in Wonderland waterfall mini flip book. So you open it up and there you go. There you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't. Also, I will leave the link to the original video in the description box below. Take care, guys. Bye.